Tugamba omulundi ogusookera ddala ogwasookera ddala okugenda e Tanzania, it was 1987. Nalina emyaka 7 ne nasomereko katono kwegyo emyaka, and then later ne tukomawo wano Uganda. Okukomawo Uganda nali maze atulisa okuyiga ku Luswayiri, tugere family namanga fena twogera Luswayiri. But when namaliriza senior 4, actually I just saamala nayo nze senior 4 saatuula na bigezo because of some reasons. Ne music was like kyekintu kye nali njagala ennyo okukola. So era when naviira yawe Masaka nali nga nsomera Mbulire. Yes. Akaseera nali nga ku bidongo. So later I decided, you know what, it's time to go back to Tanzania. Kati nze, that same time is the time, I think 2000, early 2000, yeah. That's when I met my producer who I've been working with all these years, a Finnish guy, Mika Mwamba. I think most of you might know him from the likes of Saida Karoli. When namumanchambwa kamakaranga, enyimba ezo album namba, yajukala yali muzungu. Omusajja naye nga talabika. So everyone hears Mika Mwamba bamanyi Mswahili. But he's a Finnish guy. Naye, so that's when I met him in 2000. Tulabagana, we didn't work because yalinanga bookings ngo ina ku booking almost a year ahead, over 6 months. So you know booking ahead to get an appointment with him. So for me, when I got a trainer, or one of the trainers, she was from Canada, I was introduced to her na one mwami mbali wamta Manju. He was a fashion designer. So he introduced me to that lady. And nagamba, she's a music teacher. Nchima ajja kwagala kwa gwe oli mulenzi mulungi. Kati ne mugamba, okay, na mugamba ono mwana agala umusomesa. She introduced, there was one event. And she's like, okay, go and sing something on the stage. Ningina nenyimba kwa event. Katona, I think it was Malaika or something. And she's like, no, actually I think it was either Malaika or Killing Me Softly, one of those songs. Bazungu Bonawalene is like, you really sing well. But I told her, no, I really need your help. And she's like, come to my place, which in tugenda ntandika okolachi. So nembera bwentyo. Era ne wenafuna just the first time okulikolera oluyimba olwange nga nfunye yo contract no ne mugamba. I think that time she was soon leaving. She left me with a guitar. She's like, I want you to learn this guitar because I know one day with your vocal capability, you're going to amaze the world with your voice and the guitar. She left. I was that day I was very sad when we again. I was like, wow, because I knew I had found a friend who is helping me out to understand. And then she left. Then sigara no muzungu omulala ate ye producer from Finland. And nanga tutandika okukola. He's a Finnish guy and tutandika okukola. Nangamba, this is one thing we're going to do. Luyimba lwo lusoose tutandise okutambula. So the song started mpola mpola. Tuyingidde 2003. I have Baby Girl, I have other songs. Naye Mika bwe yawulira Baby Girl najja. When you have this idea, it's burning. I remember it was 10 in the morning. Mugamba, oliridde wangamba, I'm already in the studio. Akaseera ako twali tetunatandika okubeera nga sibeera we nalinga kageto kangeeyo kenina. Kenali nafuna ogwasookera the first push yali. Omukyalo omuzungu yali ampaka first push akafuna wempokola ki? Wempangisa at least karumu akali decent. Kwa for her the day she tells me, talk to me. Nganzijudde rashes zenna nali nakalumu ensula nkalimu babibuka kyebya nnoma. Ngo kakati, so for me olumaze okwefunira awo nadduka misinde ne mugameka oli ku studio ndiye mugane naka nenjamu mukubira chorus yanga this is something ne tutandika okukolerawo. Tutandika okukola oluyimba lufulumye. I think it was in April 2003. It became a hit song. It's a #1 every radio station. In just within, I think, a week or two, ngagamba tukole remix. Wachi. Walo program wa Vegeta Africa Bamba Tango, you know Jibako, that was a huge show in Tanzania on Clouds FM. Ngagamba tukole version. For them, they were playing African music. So, Baby Girl abantu jebamanyi. The remix, that's like the 12 tujita bambata version. Na tukole ki tujifulumye. n'agikola nanga jangu owulize kye nakoze. Why he made that version himself. Nanga jangu owulirize. Owulirize, I was like, whoa, this is good. Already the song is up. But we were like, let's get a version again kwa program. Buli program wonanga wojjo gendo tusangawo. But that was the only program yali ekozeki emisinga. So that's what happened. Netufulumya kwa program. The rest is history. Buli muntu yatandika kukwata version nakola ki. Wano, Kenya, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, Malawi, Zambia. Buli omunga yo version yakola ki etambudde. The song became bigger than me. Like ngabantu tutwa in a video akaseera ako. So someone finds you bogere baluulira ku radio ne bogera oyo kyali mubi, oyo kyali nno mugagga, mwana muto ne mugagga. Kumbe toyina nakoolina. Okyali awo okyali mukweyiya. But it was like really nice to hear the stories. I remember I was in Nairobi one day, in Tambula. It was, I was with a friend, I think it was Akamba. Ngaba kubulimba. Lukuba. I think it was top 7 over. Kaserako, actually it was Kiss FM. Nga they are trying to introduce the song. By nanga, nga baku sampling and they tell you guess the song. And I'm like, ndine mkwano ganga. And like, your song. Ngamuga siri kato ina choyogera one. Tuli mu basket bagambe kuyimba lo. And somebody gets the song and it's introduced and banange nga banakenya bagalo luyimba. Naye nganze mbatunulya butunuzi buli omwayo ogera bibye. Oyo mu Tanzania mubi da. So I'm always laughing. My friends like bagambe gwe ne mugano ebyo sibikola. Mbagambe nze. No. Bwe natandika waliwo obuzibu. Collaborations. Ntandise okola album yange ya Baby Girl. Omusajja tunoonyeza twagalayo kakola bantu jukira akaseera ako bagamba oyina okukola eno oyitemu. Oyina kakati Mika Mwamba producer yaba tumide ba artist abanene. Ono kyali wanadamu efulumya olwo abatumira tetunafulumya Baby Girl. Angakati kasita tumufuna no. Kijja kuyamba nakola at least if they accept to do a song with you tukole ki kuzino ze tukola tutandika. Nga buli omu oyo art is not good enough. Shiraba. Kati ndoza oba bwalinga like, you know, I'm going to prove you wrong. So I did my work and omuntu angamba nti I'm not good enough. Mumanyi, I am better than that person. Why? Mulaba live performance bwe bazikola nga zonna zaki. Atenze jukira akaseera ako anga ame live performer nkuba mu hotels ngokuyiya kasente ebyo naga nti olina okweyiya. Kati nga nze mbeera mu hotels, I have like bands zenkubira like I'm one of the akaseera katukanga I'm one of the most wanted vocalists mu Dar es Salaam when it comes to doing covers. And when I got famous, I didn't feel the need. Like that time nali na mazoku recording the album ready tufulumiza nyimba zifulumye, there's a hit, there's another hit. Nga sira babudde nti tutandika ku recording kaseera ko nali busy atenga bwetusinkana we just meet nitwogera. I remember wano akaseera akani I think that time ani gwe nali nsinkanye kwano Chameleon, Bebe, Bobby Wine. I remember Bobby Wine, we even tried to do a remix. Yaga tukola remix ya Baby Girl. Kanenu twatuka mu studio eyo. Nga akyali eri ndoza ina walinga ekimotoka ekimyufu edda akaseera ako. The first time my encounter with Bobby yali ina akyalina oba yalinga seriko yakyali ekimotoka ki edda kyene ebukotao oba kamwocha. Netugendayo. I'm very specific with music. So if you're not going to do exactly nga bwe nkimyo kirina okuba, I won't allow it. And I remember, with all due respect, that guy is very talented. Nate oli ali akuba ebyuma nga ayagala kukyusa kigende no bwe kiti nemugasi. It's not that. Kati tugezaako. He will tell you, yeah, twagenda mu studio fenna. Tebyakola. Wanganza I was like, no, it doesn't sound how I want it or how it should be for this song. So it needed musicianship. No, I don't remember who it was. They better in our studio. And we agreed. It's not working. So we remained as friends. I remember the second time Elana Mulabanga talking. Angatandika kuzimba his mansion. Kudam Dar es Salaam now to continue the project album and Ulimba Lukuteyo. Now they want an album. Ngambo Manyi. you have a chance tukole album naye nga tukosa budde bwa kiro. Muzeeyi atukkiriza okukola ki bosi we okukola naye on one condition, album yalina gidistributing. Akasiwukira weno kwayo n'oli muzeeyi yayinanga studio ng'alina neki distribution, yalina okukola ki ediiru yajjo gitwala eba yalina okufuna first priority kubetubwa ye oba abayindi. Muga no problem, nga ntandika kubeera akaseera ako nani n'oyo Mika nga tubeera ffenna such that we can do work at night. Tugenda akola emisana, oluusi wafuna slot emisana nga batuwadde free hand do waba slot emisana tugitwala ne tukola ennyimba zonna ez'okweyo album tuzimaliriza. And came to the time nti ate kati album bali ready, baagala jjulira tuteekeyo samples batwale abayindi bawulize ani anagigula. In the end it ended up in the hands of the man himself, owner of the studio. Tuyita mu contract n'asasula netugabana nze ne producer wange ekintu nga kiyitawo. After a short while naye n'abeera nga bakyankalanye neki ne bosi we n'asalawo nadda ewaabwe. That's 2003 ng'eggwako oba yali 2004 ngeta 2003 ng'eggwako, I think it was around November. N'akola ki nadda ewaabwe nga album twakagifulumya ya it was that time nadda ewaabwe. Nze actually nabulwa ani yaŋŋamba oba omukyalo yanga nti Mika agenze eggulo yanyiize n'alinnya ennyonyi mu bwangu nnyo. I'm like emisana twabadde ffenna eggulu. What happened? Kwa akaseera ako nze namala bwe twali tukola album twali ffenna. Time bwe yamaliza nenfuna ewange ng'olwo ntandise okukola ku shows wana ye kakati nga that means we meet just every day. Olirida wandi ku studio jangu olwo bwe tusinkana ye. Kati nze nali mbadde n'emisana ndowooza olunaku ng'olwaleero. Enkya ngendo nti yasimbudde kiro ng'anyiize, bosi we yamunyiizizza n'akola ki? Before I know it, nankubira essimu later, it's like, hey, tukwetaaga Finland in 2004. I was like, ah, really? Yeah. Yayina ba artist be bonna, but be bateekayo music eringa balina label yaabwe gye bagudde bakwano ge, they listened, baagattamu ennyimba z'aba artists. Zange baagattamu ennyimba 3 mu tape eyo. But everyone was choosing those 3 songs. So they didn't put the names there. So I just listened to the songs and mark. Who do you think we should get here? They were choosing those songs. And I think the young number, they first asked, oh, ina artist go around you. Nina. I do have one guy who can do that. And then they are like, let's do one thing. Let me put the music here and see if you can guess. So when they exactly, that's the guy. But already they had known the songs, and there was a few articles about me. Because of university, there was some newspaper about like research in Bongo flavor, and I was one of the subjects. So it was already like, okay, you come. 2004, remember? I think it was June or July. July. I went there for 27 days to sign a contract with the label. And that was it. I started just flying in and out, and then 2005, stayed more. I met someone, got married, and I was coming in and out, and kakana, like what? Let me just settle in there and start my life there. Now, settling, moving to Finland, that's 2005, let's say, that's when I started like completely just to be there. Working there, my music, all the time it was music. Then you start family, and then you start to be like, okay, how do I balance this? So I come, I release something in Tanzania, if it crossover, good, I was doing mostly festivals. I was under the label. Actually, the label was signing in Miyakesa. I signed out, I think, after 1.5 years. I was very frustrated. I've been a free soul. And I'm like, guys, this is not what I signed up for. And the one guy was very arrogant, I remember. This is way. And no. Nengenda nenkebera nembikula contract nendabawo kino tekikoleddwa nemuyita Mika Mwamba nemugamba okimanyi nti bakwanogo kino tebakikona and they're making it difficult for me, so because they're doing that, nange I'm underlining this, because of this I'm out. You bleached the contract. Akaseera ako era Mika we kind of like fall out. Bw'otunuulira Wange was not produced by Mika. Buli omu alowooza nti Wange was produced by Mika Mwamba. No. It is my production and one of the guys, Finnish guys, and we are the ones who produced, who are the producers of that song. It became, Narumutwalira Mika, and this is going to be a big song. And I wasala wanti not a contract. How are my friends going to sing Ankola now? But it's okay. I'm producing. We spent 3 months working on the song to releasing. So I signed out and I started Record House Music. That has been the label carrying me all these years. So I've been there, Finland, I've been there like what, 19 years? Ngankola music. I'm a promoter, and I'm also I've been running other businesses, but mostly has been, and I've been on radio. So I did radio for over 10 years. We had a show called Boom Shakalaka. We have a team. Me and my team in Finland, we've been having, let's say, the long-lasting Afro event in Finland. It's been 13 years, every Sunday throughout the year. And then we have one of the biggest events also. During the summer, we do at least one Afro event. And we bring in a big artist, at least each year. Naye, it's been the biggest Afro club or Afro event in Finland all these years. It's called Afro Sunday. So we've been hosting different artists. Natandikirawo radio. So we did radio for like 9 years. Before that, I was I think 2 years on one radio station. And then that's when they invited me to start working with them on one radio show. And from that, the Boom Shakalaka show went on. We started the Boom Shakalaka show. We started an event with it, and which we switched to Afro Sunday later. Nenga, it was a music show promoting African, Latin, and Caribbean. So Saturdays, this was on Basso Radio, which was almost every main city. Later, right now it is Kiss FM. So when it turned to Kiss FM, we to go over promoting so I think Kiss FM took over, or what they bought Kiss FM, whatever the case was. I was on radio, but I was on radio all the time. And then we do our big events, we do the events, and then my music, my own performances with my band. I have a big band there. So that's how it's been. And then Boja, Nganzija, Nkolako, sometimes Dar es Salaam, and then I get out. Nzija, Bwempita Wano. Nembuza ku bazadde nemfulumanga. Sometimes I come in, I don't even do any interview. And then I go. I can say I'm proud of what I've done, of my achievements. I've been, my latest over the previous, I just finished actually in January. I was on the board of a government board, which is the Arts Council. We give out millions and millions of money. So I was on that board for 2 years. As one of the councils, over the councillors of at least that region, the southern region. And I was selected because of my work as an artist and also our experience in events and also music. So I've been there, I did that. Kuitamu applications, season applications on Namurufini. I understand the language, that I'm capable at least reading the applications as in Murufini and Zoom. And for me, I was like, this is actually an achievement. But at the end of the day, you're still just that black dude there at the table. Nevala, but you have, Gamba, no, this. Never chibuza why. You know, because of this and this. And Kati, Nenga Tebaja Chibuzo Mweru, we were raising at the same what? The same issue. Ngo Chiraba, so ate, but to take our in such, on such places. Inclusiveness. We are inclusive. Ogambo Tetuboda. You see, there's that guy there also. So even I was like, no, I'm not going to apply for a second term to be there. We are so happy. At least we have a big brother. He's there. You should no. I'm not just going to be. No, it doesn't feel right. There's something not adding up. But I was like, I've achieved it. I've done it. I should have. I've been a festival coordinator for one. It used to be one of the biggest world music festivals. One that took on the challenge. That was 2013, I think, or 12. I was like, I want to be your music, your program director. I'm tired of coming to this festival and you're doing things wrong. I performed here consecutively. I'm being voted to be one of the best bands to perform. Last year you pissed me off. This is what you did, and you pissed off so many bands. Next year, I'm not taking your money. I'm coming to be your program coordinator. They're like, the director is like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah. I did that work for 1 year. 45 bands, 35 bands, 4 stages, and an event for the weekend. It took me over 6 months working, but I was like, challenge. I took it, I did it. I was like, okay, that's a tick. That's on my CV. I have done this, and they want me to be still their coordinator for the coming year, but I'm not going to do it because of how they operate. So I have basically done all what I need to do in the entertainment field in that. I've worked with different, like the labels, the big labels. I can say that, we can see, I know these guys from Sony, I know this from Universal, but they know that's one of Obaulida, that's one of the best vocalists and best, but they cannot sign me up because they want people. Yeah, I'm not that guy. And also I was like, I'm under my label. If you want to sign me up, we can make a deal, partner. And I wasn't ready to sign up with anybody who does not understand my music. Kubanga I saw it. I already bagamba omusota obukola ki begukuluma ne bolaba omunyokola ki odduka. So for me, I prefer to have them as friends. But your music, if we can do an English project, I'm not so comfortable with the English projects. I can sing, yes, but I'm not so comfortable with them. I love my Swahili and Luganda songs. But if you do not understand that, then let it be. Let me push with my small label, Mpola, push where wenkolachi. Woka wenkoma. So I've been doing like that. But I know all the big labels. We sit down, we have dinner together, we're on different events together. But on our events. So for me, and I said, you know what, it's time to go back home. I've done all I had to do. Now it's time to go back home because you reach a point whereby you feel like you're really missing something, and the moment you step home, you feel okay. Artists bakola ensobi. Bwalaba ka community kabwa kamumanyi yalowooza the whole country knows them. And they're dealing with those promoters ababwe. Nze sijja kulimba, I'm one of those guys with Afro Sanding eranga tebamanyi who is the black guy behind. I was among the team, me said enanga tebamanyi who is actually, I am the one who was deciding which live artist. I'm the one who is in charge of the live schedule. And if we too later, then we sit down with the team. This is a good artist, this is a good performer. Okay. Now we are not going to pick you just because your community kumanyi. No, we want somebody again to tuletera center abamu manyi Africa nambe manyi abazungu bamutegeera. And in East Africa we use basically you have Sauti Sol could bring you a good that time gabachaliko. They could bring you at least a good number. Diamond Platnumz is the only artist goleta Africa ne Europe nga bonna bakola ki. So you'll fill up. And Rayvanny naye is, you know, he is like their sample Katinga Finland. Let me speak on behalf of like the country at least that I understand well. Finland oyinza omuleta kati Rayvanny leero notafuna ojja kufuna oba oyinza obutafuna kisinzira kwa nyimba ye Tetema is the song abantu bakola ki kwe bamanyi. That's it. Diamond almost all, I don't know how many songs. Abana abazungu abajja ku club kwa for us our club is a mix of everything. Naye abana abasinga abachi the locals, they understand his songs. Omwana ayimba nolimba no from A to Z Afrobeat nalukuyimbiranga nga ategota olumanyi obalwa mu Nigeria or something like that. Nigerians have pushed boko gamba, they have era bayina ba artists wabwe tuleta ni olwa bala betugana nga bo bakola either in Sweden nearby, which is our neighbor. They can fill up even an arena, but they won't even fill up ekifo ky'abantu ebisatu mu Finland, because Finland does not really promote that music. Their radio stations will play only their own music. It's of recent, some of the channels zitandise okola ki okuplayinga. So we have been the promoters pushing, and then okutuka kana kaseera nti kati batanso ku appreciating some Afro music naye ranga you're not going into jakwata kati nga muna Uganda artist chi as recently yabadde Joshua Baraka. I wasn't there. The boys just was like, bro, where are you? We need you. But no, I'm not actually in the country. So I'm one of those guys, at least in Tumdo, they call me. We would like either your help or do you want to join us? Or we are bringing this, we need your help on this, we need a venue. Because they know I'm connected to the venues. Naye, I'm always asking, who are you bringing? Where is the audience? Kati Baraka Lisi came there, he did. Nera ajakubulira. The venue is not the one like he went to Nakorachina again and performing in London, that you're performing at the Royal Albert. Finland is Finland. And it is also goes for other countries. It all comes down to African promoters. oyina ka Ugandan community okuŋŋaanyiza kikunzo oleese babuze byabo. For us we give you a contract. Tukusasula sente zo nga bwe twetegeraganye temuli ebyo nti ate you are my brother. No, I don't have that. Nina abazungu abalala benkola nabo. We are two blacks, DJ Nice, nze, there is a DJ Herman in a good blood. Abo bafini. So when we agree, we reach out to you, Obagwe, you reached out, well, most of them. We deal with the Jamaicans, we deal with the Ani, also the Nigerians. They are very active. We have our artist at Joke Europe. Would you be interested to feature him on Afro Sunday? We are like, okay, who is this artist? Ayinza okubanga akubye Germany, akubye UK, yonna juza. Nenga Finland tasobola nakujuzawo ebibiri. So that's how Finland is. For we just look, we tubanga tutegeraganye nga tukusasula tetujja na chimu. Eh? They are shy. They are shy, and also there is racism, which is Uganda. Eh? They are shy, and we just like in any country, there's racism. But Finland has like the racism is up there, but they do not accept that it is there. We live. You can live in a place like for 5 years or 3. Ngatomanyi even who your neighbor is. You've never maybe spoken. It's like hi. Elevator, you enter in the elevator. Hi, natunula nadene. No mugamba, it's you. I'm saying hi to you. We're only 2 in the elevator. And that's common in Finland. So Finns are naturally not so social. They're shy people. When they drink, maybe, then you can see, there's someone talks. And they'll tell you exactly what's on their hearts when they drink. So those are the Finns. But they are so proud of their culture or their Finnishness. So you're not going to find them busy playing on the radio station bakubira Ugandan music. So they play their own music, they promoted their own rock and all that. Nowadays we're seeing a little change, slowly by slowly, but it's not. Still, you're not going to tell me there's a Ugandan artist, yagenda juza arena yawe, enene. We still have a long way to get that. Atene bana abagamba nti nno njagala genda yo. First of all, you have to learn the language. I've received so many messages. Nyamba ngende nkole. Ugenda kukola yo ki? Nfunye nti ekipapula ekintwala yo. Olulimi toluwogera. And then you're thinking that you're going to be there and do what? They are very strict. And abantu bagoberera amateeka. Waliwo bana abaganze njagenda nkikube nyi. No, shortcuts ziriwe Finland. You abide by the law or you get out. Mukirabye. I always tell people, if you want to go and study, use the studying route, and if you get there, maybe you might find a way. Apply for school. They have best universities. They have really good universities, good schools. Go and study. And from there, because there are some English schools and the universities, natandikirawo. Yeah.